Hi, John Wanoa here. It's Monday, the 28th of March 2016. I just want to explain to people who are joining up with our website for the free share, the £25 share for the Moai Tidal Energy gold shares and fraud products inside those shares. We have the front page, moaipowerhouse.com, moaipowerhouse.com, moaipowerhouse.com. Push that on Google and you'll find the details how to join the Moai Powerhouse Group Cooperative in 250 countries of the world under this flag. You see in the back here flying King William IV, Court Martial, law of jurisdiction in a King's Bench Court here in Auckland, New Zealand. We are going through a process at Waitangi where we will raise this flag on its flagpole on the Admiralty ship in the treaty grounds where it belongs. It's a British given flag on that dry land that we're going to put it up the top and put the Union Jack of New Zealand 1902 flag on the crossbar opposite the British military or Navy flag. Okay, so Navy flag Britain, New Zealand flag Union Jack 1902, and this one 1835 Declaration of Independence on the top of that British ship of Admiralty standing on dry land and grounded. That's the authority of jurisdiction and its 1835 Constitution of this country and the Commonwealth of the world. It is a Commonwealth flag, free passage through the world. It is a protectorate British military partnership in business with us. So we're just going into business with it and making it legal in trade once again from when it went into remission or went into temporary position until we're ready to pick it up with the pound note and use them, as it still is a contract, private contract between us and the British military, Navy, and Westminster government. Okay, so that's that bit wrapped up, the legal side, and I'll talk about the shares. The pound note is the Moai, King William IV old pound note that we were using 1888, King Tawheo in Waikato. We're using that pound note again, as it was, as it still is, applicable in the money currency world of finance and debtor levy, creditor levy instruments against any pirates who get in the road and break our laws between here and England. 1830, 1837 laws still applies when we use this flag for business. Okay, so the shares. This is how it works. Listen up. The shares have come out of the parent company, Ngā Atua e Wā Aotea Limited, a New Zealand registered corporate company. That's company A. It holds 999,999,999 shares, which is one of a trillion shares. Okay? So that's held here. Company A, that one. Company B is a private company. It also holds 1 trillion shares this time, the whole trillion shares. That company has a free share or gifted share of £25, Great Britain pound, which is on a par equivalent to the Moai King William IV pound. Okay, we have the rights to print the pound, as still is, under the legislative acts of King William IV, 1838 and 37. Still applies to our contract between us and the King of England, the King's flag, the only King's commercial trading bank flag in the world is this one. Okay? And a British protectorate flag of commerce to protect that business between here and Britain. Still current. And continuity of sovereignty of our own native to King William's sovereignty. Still there. Okay, now, the Company B is a private company. The Company C is the public company that you can buy your shares. Anyone in 250 countries can buy shares of any amount, ranging from £25 a share up to £1 million a share. Okay? So, Company B, private, and only gifted shares that every person in the world can register their names to acquire that share. In saying so, go to the front page and fill in your details, in English preferably, and we will put that goes into our email. The whole lot comes in, and you press the send button, and it says there, fill in your country and code, put that in, because it's got to go through your government. I'm talking about the front page. From those 250 countries, I know there's a few people who are waiting, so fill in that front page, and then you'll qualify for what we recover in fraud land transactions right through the world where this flag went as HM Treasury. Okay? It's our HM Treasury. His Majesty's Court Bench. Okay? King's Bench Court is this flag. The Queen's Bench Court is the levy debtor that we're going after. The King's Bench levy creditor is this flag. Just to let you know which side is debtoring and balancing the books on one side and the other of recovered money and gold. 1.5 tons of gold is missing, million tons of gold is missing from our account. And the King's Bench Court is not silent anymore. It's woken up with its common law people. So everyone joining is on a common law side of the law of the King's law. King's Bench Court law is common law. Native law comes under that as well, custom. Okay? So now you know your money is safe with the King's Bench Court. Not so much the other side, which is what's happening at this moment. or the Queen's Bench Court, is where the fraud is mixed up in, right? Just to let you know which side you're going to choose. Stay on that side or come on the King's side. So we are here talking for the King. That gives us the authority. The flag gives us the authority as a native partner right through the world of the indigenous people. The King gave us this flag, the only bank trading commerce flag in the world with mortgages in it. Okay? It's a mortgage flag. That's the one was made for pirates to keep them out of the way. In fact, the pirates have hijacked it. They're using it on the King's common law people. We're here to salvage, confiscate, seize and return all that the King's Bench Court derived from the common law people's land. I'm talking about sovereign people on their land that these pirates have more or less stolen your identities and your wealth out of the land that you live on. When I say sovereignty, it means the people who elect the people in government who go off the rails with this law. The Admiralty law is mortgage. Okay? So I'm saying the law has been changed by the Pope and taken all the mortgage out of it except this flag. So beware. Buyers beware that the laws have changed in the courts. Under the Queen's Bench Court, your UCC law, your common law, your UCC law, your civil law, your canon law, your courier law, and your Admiralty law has disappeared. But not this King's law, that's Roman law, this is British law, this flag of Admiralty is still there for our use. If anybody is using those laws now, they'll be fired by this one and us with Britain. So Britain is liable to this contract, this private contract we have between the native here in New Zealand, Aotea New Zealand, native, not Maori, the native Moai people of that time. There was no Maoris around then, only native or anything else other than Maori at that time. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived by looking at paper with names on it. It still boils down to the flag that gives us the right to talk like a king and act under a king and be the king of commerce. Now, getting back to this application, when you fill out these forms, the one form on the front, the small box you'll see with the white box to fill in, and then press send, the blue button, press send, and it'll go through to my email, and then we will process your claim to what we recover. You're in it. In the first property, it's worth 2.5 billion. Right? So just telling you now what it's worth to join up. That's one property out of 66 million acres of land the Queen says she owns. The King says that's his property. It's a flag to salvage and confiscate back to you people who join this simple method. Okay? So now the pound note that we have is worth 1 trillion per debtor, levy debtor that we put on their head as bounty. That's the value that we put on the pound note as soon as we put the flag up. It goes after the missing debts. Okay? On every single person who cannot come up with a title to the land they're standing on in the Commonwealth, for a start 53 countries. Otherwise, it's right through the world, because we're only saying it's gone to 250 countries. This flag, no matter what, the Queen's business has gone right around the world in the pound note of Rothschild banks. What we're doing is matching that pound note with the original pound note legacy. Okay? So the pound note is worth 4.95% interest on one note to one debtor person with 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 hands and 2 feet, and one head that has to answer to the common law people in real, not in capital letters, in fiat money, sort of to speak, illusion. It has to be me and you to talk and not someone else, right? So the bounty is worth 1 trillion on their heads, and the Queen has to pay the rest of what's recovered. All in short, she gets the tab, the Pope gets the tab, the Church gets the tab of England, the Catholic Church, Church and State, all their agents gets a bill, right? Everyone who touched the Queen's Bench money and her head of state as trustee of our trust, Queen Victoria Trust. Okay, everything that the Queen went off the rails with and took into the EU Parliament, and now John Key, our Prime Minister in New Zealand, trying to hijack our country with the TPP, and his new Fern flag failed. He failed. We're not failing with this flag. We're not failing you if you join up with us. You're safe with the King. You're not so safe with the Queen, because of what's happening all around the world. It's got her hallmarks all over it, the fingerprints all over it, in the language, the way they're talking and shooting guns, with all that money that meant to go to you through the King's Bench Court. Okay, we're going back into the King's Bench Court with this law, the King's law that got them here in this country in the first place. So you see, we're going back to basics to make sure you get your worths out of the pound note. So we've got the pound note going in these shares, the value of it split between all of you shareholders. There'll be plenty to go around that law. And so the bank buys the first pound note, and the ANZ Bank will have the first offer of refusal of that bank note. £1 trillion note at 4.85, 4.95, let's put it up, 4.95% interest a year. That's 49.5 billion that I have to give away. Okay, I have to give it away, otherwise buy everything and pay the military in Britain just from one note to go and look for the missing gold that belongs to our trust and no one else, and look for all the money as well, the fiat money, because it's fraud. Everything that's fraud that you find will get back for you in 250 countries. Did you hear what I just said? When you join up and become a sheriff, it's not a hard job to be a sheriff. You just need to knock on the door and check the titles on the land in your country. Good for the governments there to weed out with this sort of law, weed them out. This flag is going to go and save Britain, because that's where it hails from and its laws. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Someone's using this flag. The Pope, the Rothschilds, the Queen, and the churches are using this flag. Dare I say, the TPPA is going to try and get Prince William to use it. He can't go near it, not his contract. Third parties in Cook Street are the police, and New Zealand police came in as third parties and tampered with our business, with the landowners. That's our land. That's our native land that they're playing around with mortgages that the Pope got rid of. You see, they've got a problem. I'm just going to show you how to do it on your land. If you can convert this into your language. I'll go and answer my phone. Just wait a minute. Hello? Yeah, just wait a minute. Just wait there. I'm just going to cut the video off now, and I will get back to you later. Have a nice day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.